Welcome, everyone, to stoked.live podcast, where we empower you to be your best at work and in life. I'm Brian, co founder and COO with stoked.live, and I'm, of course, here with Dr. Jake Ingelskerger, consulting psychologist and one of my co founders here at Stoked. And today I'm very excited, Dr. T. We have a special guest for you today, everyone. He's an expert in his field, and we're all well acquainted with at this point here in California. I'm sure we'll talk more about it today. He's also one of the most hardest working people I know. He's the chief science officer of MyTipi and founder of MediCann and a medical doctor here in San Francisco. He's also stoked on his career path. Welcome, Dr. T, Dr. Talleyrand.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Happy to be here chatting with you guys. Wow. A little bit about myself. Let's see. I think you hit the major points. I am a physician, uh, third generation. Uh, Studied family medicine at UCSF. I finished my medical school in Boston University, and came out to the West Coast and have been here for over 25 years. So I guess I call myself a Coast West Coaster now, rather than where I grew up, which was on the East Coast mostly. Um, and I got involved in the cannabis movement here when I first started my residency. It was 1995. In 1996, California passed a law saying that people with serious medical conditions could use cannabis as medicine therapeutically, and that started a movement that went worldwide, uh, where countries now are repealing prohibitive laws, and people are using cannabis therapeutic as well as as for wellness, general wellness reasons. Um, so yeah, it's been a journey to be part of that movement for almost a quarter of a century, for a quarter of a century now, and to ride that roller coaster ride, which still goes on. But yeah, that I am here now. I've got two kids. My last one is 15. So I've got a few more years of high school to go through with him, and I live here in San Francisco, California, where I did my residency, so I haven't moved far.
Yeah, stick around, Dr. T. We love having you. And that roller coaster that we talked about, that's really, what Stoke.live sort of the essence, and you know very well about Stoke.live. It's just about finding that balance, that passion, that inspiration while you're a high performer, taking on so much and being able to handle it in a way that's sustainable and keeps you happy. 25 years, that's a long time to keep yourself happy and to handle it. You have some magic.
Well, yeah, like I was mentioning earlier, you have to have a guiding principle, when there is something um, so, so I guess variable, diverse. There are a lot of factors in what I do. Like you said, there's public policy, there's biochemistry, there's sociology and social stigma. So there are a lot of and psychology, of course, in everything. Yeah, it's why am I here? And I guess even though my dad and my grandfather were both physicians, my mother and my grandmother pharmacists, I wasn't sure I was going into medicine, and it wasn't until college and reading the Cider House Rules. I don't know if you guys saw the movie, that old movie, Cider House Rules. Where the main character, had learned to become essentially a gynecologist and an obstetrician, and was looking for other things to do. So he left home, and after leaving home, picking apples, learning to run a business, he eventually went back to what he grew up with, which was helping people. And the reason why he went back was he just wanted to be of use. And so that's always been my guiding, be of use. And I think that I had examples of that from my family. So that's why I'm here. That's my guiding principle. I want to help people. It may be strange in the medical profession, not for people, folks like nurses who are great and really truly, dedicate their lives to helping people. But maybe less often the specialists like doctors who don't always have that as their guiding principle. But that's mine. Be of use, help people. And if that's what I'm doing, then I'll be okay.
It's so simple and yet so powerful. I
Yeah,
really love it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and I love the fact that you can articulate why you're doing what you're doing. You've really put in thought into it. I can tell you've had that question amongst within yourself pop up. I mean, you've had to make that decision, and it's great that it's dates back to your dad. Talk with your dad.
Yeah, well, there's struggles in what I do. There's ups and downs. The industry's not being accepted. The politicians or have their biases and their constituencies that are different from yours, and I don't, I learned science. That's my training. I learned science, I learned medicine, I didn't learn public policy. And so having to understand the whole new world, it can become frustrating. Um, but that part of what we do is we grow, right? That we grow and learn and expand, and our understanding of the world. And that was my challenge to learn how to run a business, which I didn't know how to do either, and still learning, and as well as you know, learn public policy and how to influence that. Uh, so, so there are things that I'm a novice at. What I love to add to this is more about the Stoked philosophy, because I know it. I've talked to you guys, but I don't know if we've sort of talked about it in an open forum. So it'd be great to let the folks know. It's sort of self-explanatory because the West Coast, you know the word stoked, but most people know the word stoked, and what does that mean?
Yeah.
Is it happy? Is it excited? Is it enthusiastic? What are the synonyms that we're talking about, and why is it important? I think folks ignore that aspect of their life. Oh, I've got to be responsible.
Yeah.
I've got to be stern and strict. But you also have to be enthusiastic and happy, right? And what are you doing to go for that? So I've always loved the idea of emphasizing stoked in our lives. So kudos to you guys for bringing that to the forefront.